Proudly, South Africa says the message that should be driven home to the youth is that abuse and violence is not acceptable. And Banyana booked their place in the next round of the African Women's Championship qualifier. I'm Richard Brooks. Proudly, South Africa says the message that should be driven home to the youth is that abuse and violence is not acceptable. As the country celebrated Youth Day, the Proudly South African Ubuntu Schools campaign against sexual violence and bullying was launched in Soweto. The campaign is in partnership with the Department of Basic Education and the Department of Women, Children and People with Disabilities, among others. It comes after the news of a young mentally disturbed girl was gang-raped by a group of youths in April this year. Proudly SA CEO Leslie Sidebe.
It's about the need for all of us to reach out to the young people of our communities and our society. We want to mobilize and rally the people of South Africa. Young people face challenges like drugs. Massively, it's unemployment, because an open mind is a devil's workshop. And so we really want to keep our youth busy and get them motivated and to see themselves differently and to do greater things.
Public Enterprises Minister Malusi Gigaba has criticised tenderpreneurs at the Youth Day celebrations at George in the Southern Cape. He addressed students at the Nelson Mandela University campus. Gigaba says the obligation of the youth should be study and not to rely on tenders as a way to a better life.
Your first and most important responsibility is to study, to get educated, and to make education a fashion, something to boast about, something to pride yourselves about.
Banyana have booked their place in the next round of the African Women's Championship qualifier. They beat Zambia 2-1 in the second leg in Nelspruit to advance 6-2 on aggregate. Portia Modise was the hero for Banyana when she scored a brace in the 19th and 46th minute respectively. Milwa Boa scored for the Zambians in the 20th minute. Banyana won the first leg 4-1 in Zambia 2 weeks ago. United Nations monitors in Syria have suspended operations because of the increasing violence over the last 10 days. Head of the United Nations Observer Mission, General Robert Mood, says the observers will not be conducting patrols and will stay in their locations until further notice. Violence has surged in Syria recently, with scores of deaths blamed on both government forces and rebels. The head of the United Nations peacekeeping said this week that the country is now in the throes of a full-scale civil war.